Oh, hey. Welcome to Lister Saints Discord, everybody. You're watching the pre-show to Late Night Saints every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you can see, I am Christ.
And are you Santa Christ?
That's for me to know and you to find out if you're a good boy this year.
God. God
Oh,
damn
shut
it,
up,
Shables.
Skull. You know what you signed up for. Jables Christ.
Yeah. I forgot that image existed, by the way.
I'm just as surprised as anybody else.
It was found in some cave somewhere, from what I understand.
Yeah. The Shroud of Targan was actually just my discarded pants.
That's a lie. It couldn't have been the case, because everyone found in that cave had their eyes burned. Well, no, they weren't burned out. They were scratched out, if I remember right.
I mean, come on. We all know that the Dead Sea Scrolls were just Jables' leftover rolling papers.
Yeah. No, they were what I used to roll. There's this really cool trick that you can do with certain types of paper. Dollar bills work really well to roll joints and or cigarettes. My mom taught me how to do it for rolling cigarettes, quote unquote. I'm pretty sure she did that trick for joints when she was younger.
Well, your mom's super Christian, so of course she did.
She didn't become super Christian until like her 20s.
Oh, it's one of those cases.
Maybe. Yeah, we got nothing on the Discord server except if you want to be part of the Discord. The now it's called the community. If you want to be part of it, make sure that you accept the rules, because I'm going to be going through and removing anyone who hasn't accepted the rules here in the next day or two.
Damn it, you weren't supposed to tell them that.
Yeah, well,
We could have gotten rid of so many more.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to change. Except
Nobody was dissing Mama Boogly.
Who knows? Alright, should we move on to the news and these random articles that we have found?
Well, as I was saying, for those of you just joining us, my store was almost robbed earlier this week. So, basically what happened is it's late Monday night or like very early Sunday morning. No, late Sunday night, very early Monday morning. I got that switched. I became Rimshee for a second. Anyway.
Fuck you! I'm dyslexic with directions and words, not with times of day.
So anyway, my cousin is there by himself. I don't get to the store until about 3 o'clock. Well, 3 o'clock is when I punch in, but I usually get there about 2:40. So this guy comes in, and he asks my cousin to get something out of the cooler for him. So he goes into the cooler, but he leaves the door open so he can like look out behind the counter and shit. Well, he gets the thing that the guy asks for, and he turns and looks, and this miserable bitch is behind the counter reeling out lottery tickets as fast as she can. I guess my cousin's like, "The fuck are you doing?" And she fucking panicked, dropped them, and bolted out of the store. And then the guy tried to play dumb. It's like, "Oh, I didn't know nothing about it." Yeah, Sure he did. Get the fuck out. I'm calling the police.
Why the fuck would you try and rob a place by taking their... Why? It's the most unreasonable method of robbing a place. Oh, I'm gonna rob $20 worth of merchandise on the hopes I get 23 million.
Well, like, here's the thing though, is that I guess we're the only like Circle K in our area that didn't get robbed in this manner. Because like one store lost like $40 in like lottery tickets, but another store I guess lost over $300 in tickets, and that third shift got fired.
Are they getting robbed for lottery tickets, or are they getting robbed for scratchers?
Scratch off tickets.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of those you have a chance to win like $3,000, or you could get like $100, so like $20 worth of tickets can actually, like I've won over $1,000 paying $20 a ticket.
I mean, like, I guess it's fortunate for us that the bitch was too stupid to figure out the fact that there's actually a drawer that you can pull out, that you don't have to actually like pull the tickets through the slot.
Yeah.
Like she had torn them off; they were in her hand, but when my cousin spotted her and yelled at her, she fucking dropped them on the floor and ran away.
Gotta love stupid people.
And I watched it on our fucking like camera footage. It's like, are you fucking serious? Ah, man. The pandemic has brought all kinds of shit out of people, I swear.
So, shall we move on to this first article?
Yeah, that's all I had to talk about.
Yeah,
it's the only interesting thing that's happened to me since last week.
Yeah, and guys, this is the only serious one, which isn't that serious. I just have a couple points I want to make about it.
Oh shit, I can't read that first one because it's not letting me.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know the full story. So I'll just talk about it. Doesn't matter. I've done deep dives on this already. I could write my own damn fucking article. So Spotify struck a deal with Joe Rogan, and the deal is worth more than $100 million. I don't know if that's what they're paying him or not. It hasn't been confirmed. But the deal itself is worth $100 million based on how many people will probably start using Spotify. I got into an argument with somebody that's when I said this sounds out of character for Joe Rogan because he's always said his podcast will be available everywhere and for everyone for free. Will be available everywhere for everyone. And this person said, you don't have to pay for Spotify. He said you'll have it for free. You don't even need a sub to Spotify to listen to his podcast, which I did not bring up at all. My point is, I work in an area where I don't really get cell phone service, so I can't use Spotify to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. I would have to download it and listen offline if it's exclusively Spotify. And for that, I need to pay for a sub. Also, Spotify isn't available in several countries. I think Elon Musk already injected Joe Rogan with the Neuralink, and Joe Rogan doesn't know it yet, and he's being infiltrated by the AI. Yeah.
Then why is it choosing Spotify?
Spotify is one of the biggest audio platforms in the world.
Yeah, but why is the AI using Spotify instead of Elon Musk's SoundCloud like thing or Spotify like thing that, of course,
Joe Rogan's
Elon
a
hasn't
test
made
piece.
yet. Okay.
So hey, this guy has a reasonable amount of popularity and appeals to average people.
He appeals to just about everyone, depending on the guest that he has on.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't give a shit about him, but
I like when he has other comedians on. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh. Because they're just shooting the shit.
Yeah, I will watch his shit periodically, but I'm not like a avid listener. Like he'll have certain people on, I'm like, I don't even know who that is. I'm not really that interested in listening.
Yeah, actually, Malakoth or Malachoth, I don't know how to pronounce that, sounded out for me. That actually is a very good point. He can say whatever he wants, and he could also play clips and stuff like that if he's with Spotify as opposed to doing everything on YouTube. I get that. It's just the frustrating part for me isn't that he's doing it on Spotify now. The problem that I have is that it's going to be exclusively Spotify.
Yeah, if he did
Let,
the
let
live
me let me
show on
set that record
Spotify,
straight.
if he did the live show on
Yeah,
Spotify and then an edited one got posted to YouTube, that'd be like whatever. Totally get it at
yeah.
that point.
Or if it was available, or if like even audio versions were available for download elsewhere on free apps and stuff like that. Malakoth. Okay.
Get it
Yeah.
right,
If free
Jables.
versions, if I asked them to phonetically spell it,
Yeah, and they did.
so
But
I
you
could
need
get
to
it
get it
right.
right,
Jesus Christ!
asshole.
I said Malakoth.
seeing as how you
Jesus
can't finish
Christ.
a sentence in an article without fucking it up in some way, Rimshee, you have no room to talk.
Oh, I have plenty of room to
Yeah,
talk.
I asked this person to tell me how to pronounce their name, and now I can pronounce it right. And you're giving me shit.
Of course I'm
Holy
giving you shit. I'm your co-host. It's part of my job.
Anyways, what I was saying, yeah, being exclusively Spotify is the problem that I have with it. Not necessarily that it's going to be mainly Spotify. If it like even just audio versions on free podcast apps would be perfectly fine with me, so that I could download it and listen to it while I'm at work. And other people in other countries could possibly have access to it because not everybody has access to Spotify. My problem is that it's going to be exclusively Spotify. Not that it's going to be the main place.
Right.
Well, I mean, what's gonna happen? Who the fuck knows?
I'm
You
gonna
know, I
stop
wonder what
listening to
this
the
is.
podcast.
I wonder what this is gonna do to YouTube enforcement now, though. That's gonna be an interesting one to watch.
It's gonna do absolutely fucking nothing because they don't know the reasons why people leave. Because they're dumb.
You're not wrong. They are dumb.
Hey, Spect.
Oh, the fucking community is like telling us in droves, like loudly, that they don't like what we're doing.
Let's keep
And that
doing
doesn't
it.
fucking matter.
Oh,
Let's do this
that's
other
just.
thing.
Oh, they're saying they want less censorship? Let's censorship more, because that's obviously what they really mean.
Oh, wait, hold on. We don't have a rating system. Hey guys, we found out you have a rating system. No, we don't. Wipe code.
Like, it kind of reminds me, like, what happened with DeviantArt recently, for anyone that's been paying attention to that.
That still
Like,
exists.
well, yeah, but like they forced the entire, like, they got rid of the old site entirely. and they replace it with this new thing that they call Eclipse, which was clearly designed for mobile users. It's terribly optimized. It works extremely poorly on PC. It's got all these fucking problems. But they just forced it on the entire community anyway. And then they put out this post that's like, like, here, come to this post to learn more about Eclipse. And the last time I checked, it had over 7,000 comments, and they were overwhelmingly negative. And the mod team at DeviantArt is just pretending it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Joe Rogan is a multimillionaire. It's not that they paid him $100 million. It's that the deal is worth over $100 million. That includes like ad revenue that Spotify is going to get for the people that don't pay for their app, or the people that will pay for a sub account in order to download and listen, like I might be forced to do if I want to keep listening. Yeah. So it's like the overall deal is worth over $100 million. It's not necessarily what Spotify's paying him.
I guess.
Hey,
I guess my point
Malika.
was like,
Thanks for following.
yeah, thanks. I guess my point is like, I think it's eventually going to reach a point where like people are just going to have to decide to start voting with their wallets and their click. Because if the overwhelming sentiment of like these established players in Silicon Valley is fuck the little guy, then the little guy's just going to have to say fuck you back.
Yup.
Yeah, but the problem is like I was browsing through Spotify's like list of shit. And a lot of the stuff I listen to isn't on there, so I can't justify paying for it.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least.
Hey, we got a Larry.
Hey,
Larry's
Larry.
here. Hide your kids.
Larry, I swear we'll have that Streamlabs account set up sometime.
We're just lazy and not in it for the money.
And I keep forgetting because we're not in it for the money.
But if you have some spare change, fucking kidding.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you guys do want to support us, we do have Brave Browser. You can download Brave Browser and support us just by downloading it and using it, and then by using it, you will also gain some cryptocurrency that you can donate to us.
Or use for other stuff.
Or you can donate it to us.
And people say I'm the Jew.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's technically my DNA that says that, but don't get me wrong.
I know, it's just like fucking Walmart, where they have like all those special deals for their employees, so it pretty much guarantees that their employees filter all of their paychecks straight back into the company.
Oh no, it's worse than that. I used to work for Walmart. If you don't have direct deposit set up, you just pick up your check in the back, and then you walk to the front, and they'll cash your check for free. And then you can just go and do your shopping real quick, and then you can go.
Oh my god! And then just straight back into the fucking company.
I know,
It's not like
but
this
it's so
horribly
convenient.
corrupt.
Like, yeah, it's terrible, but it was so convenient.
Just because you don't believe him doesn't mean he's there. At least that's the argument I see from religious folks.
Yeah, at least you know I exist.
We've got pictures of him on a boat.
Stealing a boat.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know.
neither here nor there.
I don't know how he got away with it while someone was recording him. But obviously,
that
he's
was a
not
buddy of
in
mine stealing
jail.
the boat with me.
It was a very closed operation.
Yes, I quit using the name Jesus in vain. Use Jabel's Christ. That's what I want to see. Skull, you can have a boat when you learn how to spell.
Yeah, Skull. We don't do bouts
If you want
around here.
Yeah, about that's a small boxing match.
I mean,
I
like,
mean, if
I
that's
would
really
try
what you're
and
looking for.
organize it simply for the shits and giggles, but
Well, that could
Wow.
easily end up like the Angel fight that Angel and I were supposed to do that he kept backing out of.
That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, we'll fly you up here. Oh, I can't fly up there. I gotta train some more. But you can fly down here anytime. Okay, we'll go down there. Oh, well, you gotta wait a little bit. I gotta train some. I gotta get into training and stuff like that. No, how about we do this next month? No, well, no, it's gonna take a lot more time than that. I gotta set a lot of things up. Blah 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 blah. I'm a fucking retard.
AKA, I'm an internet tough guy, and I just challenged a former Marine, and he's gonna beat my ass if he actually shows
I
up.
am a Marine.
Current
No such
Marine.
thing as former.
No.
I'm just no longer active or reservist either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just not in the service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh yeah, and I was totally down to like Rimshee and I ran over like financials and everything, how much it would cost for us to go down there and be super easy. It'd be a lot cheaper to just fly him up here and then pay for like room and board. But no, he didn't want to do it. It would have been fun. I would have gotten it all on camera.
I would have watched it.
And oh, by the way, another reason why we wanted him to fly up here is because Washington is a mutual combat state. So if two people agree to fight, they're legally allowed to fight as long as they don't kill each other or
Yeah.
do damage to public property.
And he was the one saying he could outfight me, so we're like, and I'm not the kind of person to go out of my way to fight, but them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna say this, then put your money where your mouth is, bro. Or actually, put your body where your mouth is.
Unfortunately, like, one of our regular customers, not too long ago, like, he tried to pull the thing where, like, oh, well, I used to be a Marine, and he was using that to, like, try and justify getting free drinks from our store.
No.
No,
That's just
that's
just pity
insulting.
Yeah, like, I wasn't fucking happy about that shit. It's like, no, dude, like, because my store, like, all Circle K's right now have a thing where it's like, if you were a first responder or a medical worker with ID, you get free coffee or soda. That's just how it is right now. And yeah, that shit kind of pissed me off.
No, I don't. I know a lot of Marines, and they hardly bring up that they're a Marine unless it's like very specific to the situation.
Yeah.
I have mentioned it only a couple of times. And out of context, and I think those were times when I got pulled over for speeding.
Yeah, but that's different. That's talking to cops. That doesn't count. Like, lay whatever cards you have on the table to get out of a ticket.
I got a warning both times too.
Yeah.
I got out of the ticket. I got a warning both times, but they were like a year apart. So.
Oh, I got
Building
out of trouble because my
militia.
dad worked for
Why would
the
Rimshee be
DOC.
building a militia?
I've gotten out of a bunch of trouble because my dad worked for the DOC. Like, for those of you that don't know, that's the Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
I'm not building a militia, Larry. That would require me to be in an area that doesn't have people who are more interested in giving up.
Oh, by the way, Rimshee, after the show, we need to talk more about that plot of land in Montana.
Yup.
Ooh, we gonna build a compound?
We've been talking about it for like a couple of years now,
Yeah.
off and on.
A Saints community compound where it's just us going and doing bullshit as a group.
Yeah.
Of mentally handicapped individuals who really shouldn't be on their own.
And just so we established from the start, no fucking Kool-Aid allowed.
Yeah. Well, no, Kool-Aid's allowed, no Flavor Aid.
Yeah, very good distinction. We don't want that bargain brand fucking shit. Rimshee jokes.
Oh, relax.
I don't know. I think Jones Jables works better.
Oh,
Jables Jones. Yep.
Yeah. Wait. What would be the purpose of the compound? None of your fucking business. That's the purpose of the fucking compound.
We are not
Yep,
going
Brad,
to
no
gather
fucking
resources.
capitalism.
We're not going to gather resources to eventually overthrow the U.S. government.
Allegedly.
Intentionally.
Yeah, like no one's saying it's going to turn out like Far Cry 5, but
Far
no
Cry
one's gonna
5
No,
will
Far Cry
be.
5.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. We'd be shooting the pumpkins.
Well, yeah. How else are you gonna get the pumpkins to make the pumpkin pie? You gotta hunt them down.
It's not like we can use
That's-
water because everybody else does that.
Okay.
Like, this was supposed to be the, oh, it's mostly satire this week episode, and we're just bullshitting at this.
No, it's totally fun. I don't care.
I'm not worried about it. I'm
shoot the
just,
shit
I'm
and-
just finding it funny. And so that
Yeah,
anyone
no,
who is
the-
new
the-
watching, because of who was it that retweeted you?
Oh yeah.
Fucking shit. Hold on. Let me pull up my Twitter.
I've already, stuff in chaos, something like that.
No, Havoc.
Havoc. That was
Pure Havoc.
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
Shout outs to Pure Havoc for shouting out us.
Randomly.
Yeah, no, he just retweets whenever somebody announces they're going live because he's not allowed to stream anymore for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he said the N-word. I don't care. But yeah, there's his Twitter. Go ahead and follow him. He already has like over 3,000 followers.
Yeah, but
So,
Pure Havoc.
but yeah, nice
like a
dude.
solid guy.
Just retweeted us off the bat, like as soon as I posted it. And if you look through all of his tweets, it's just him retweeting that people are going live. So I enjoy that. That's actually really nice. And thank you, Pure Havoc. Yeah, I'm following him now.
Yeah, I'm about to follow him. Like, I don't know how he found us or what the deal is.
I think he's followed by a bunch of people that follow me.
Got it.
So I probably just ended up showing up in his feed, and there's probably people that he follows that follow me as well. Yeah, crap. You don't have to. Okay, whatever. We live bullshitting and shit. What Crab tweeted out. Oh.
So yeah, we want to get into some nonsense.
Yeah, let's talk about the oldest jokes.
Yes. I
These
don't
are
know.
the
Should we just get
10.
to the satire?
Well, let's
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, let's do this. This will be fun.
yeah, the 10 oldest jokes in the world. Uh, and they prove that people have been laughing about their animals and sex lives for 4,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Asked by the court barber how he wanted his haircut, the king replied in silence. Okay, that was. When the donkey dies of
Uh,
hunger, he said, I've had a great loss. Just when. Or wishing to teach his donkey not to eat, a pedant did not offer him any food. When the donkey died of hunger, he said, I've had a great loss. Just when I had learned not to eat, he died. The Emperor Augustus
okay,
was.
I don't get that one. Must have been there. Must have had to have been there.
It's also Rimshee's delivery, so you can only expect so much.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, I
you.
know. It's making me cringe so fucking hard.
Then fucking read it, you bitch!
Okay. The Emperor
Good, it might
Augustus
actually
was
get
touring
done
the
now.
The Emperor Augustus was touring the empire when he noticed a man in the crowd who bore a striking resemblance to himself. Intrigued, he asked, "Was your mother at one time in service at the palace?" "No, your highness," he replied, "but my father was."
Ooh. That's
uh,
actually pretty good.
yeah. uh, Man is even more eager to copulate than a donkey. His purse is what restrains him. Mm,
Mm,
Is that a
oh
prostitution
no, that's
joke?
about that's a prostitution joke, or either women are only after men with money, or it's a prostitution joke.
got it.
Number six, a joke which is also a riddle from ancient Greece, 429 BC. In Oedipus Tyrannus by Greek playwright Sophocles, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. Question: what animal walks on 4 feet in the morning, two at noon, and three at evening? Answer: man. He goes on all fours as a baby, on 2 feet as a man, and uses a cane in old age. Old school riddle.
Yeah. Could have easily been a sex joke.
A pun on a name, ancient Greece, 800 BC. Odysseus, tell the Cyclops what his real name is. Nobody. When Odysseus instructs his men to attack the Cyclops shout, "Help! Nobody is attacking me." No one comes to help.
No one has one hell of a swing, though.
A joke about an old married couple, unknown, 1100 BC. A woman who is blind in one eye has been married to a man for 20 years. When he found another woman, he said to her, "I shall divorce you because you are said to be blind in one eye." And she answered him, "Have you just discovered that after 20 years of marriage?"
Think I'm not the only one that has trouble with the eyes, pal.
Joke about livestock in Samaria, 1200 BC. Three ox drivers from Adav were thirsty. One owned the ox, the other owned the cow, and the other owned the wagon's load. The owner of the ox refused to get water because he feared his ox would be beaten by a lion. The owner of the cow refused because he thought his cow might wander off into the desert. The owner of the wagon refused because he feared his load would be stolen. So they all went. In their absence, the ox made love to the cow, which gave birth to a calf, which ate the wagon's load. Problem: who owns the calf?
Hmm.
It's more of a riddle. I would say the wagon owner owns the calf because it ate its load. Which sounds really fucking dirty now that I say
It's like, hey, you motherfuckers better compensate me.
it. All right, 1600 BC. How do you entertain a bored pharaoh? You seal a boatload of young women dressed only in fishing nets down the Nile and urge the pharaoh to go catch a fish.
All right.
Is that
The fish
it
nets are
smells
not
like
old.
fish joke?
Kinda. I think it's more about undressing the women that are dressed in fishnets.
And finally, the oldest of all jokes.
Yeah, fart joke. 1900 BC. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap.
Michael Jordan is not impressed. Oh.
Just stop. Get some help.
they didn't have the joke about the key. I'm wondering. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Wait. Hold on. Was Michael Jordan into fart shit? I didn't watch the documentary.
No idea.
I mean, his management skills in basketball are shit.
All right. Let's move on anyways. Whatever.
All right.
Yep. What?
Podiums at next debate to
Oh,
be
and
equipped
Larry,
with.
Mozart liked farts because he didn't know that they made sound.
Podiums at the next debate to be equipped with life alert buttons. The DNC has announced a controversial new debate format after pressure from both the Sanders and Biden campaigns, in which the candidates will stand at podiums that are equipped with life alert buttons in case the debaters fall down and can't get up. Life Alert, which is sponsoring the debate, is supplying the podiums free of charge. The candidates, who are old and may collapse to the ground at any moment, will be able to press the button should they suddenly have a heart attack or just have no idea where they are. Aides will then be able to come up to and either stand them back up and hold them upright for the duration of the debate, or tell them, "Hey, Joe, the year is 2020 and you're running for president. Joe, speak to me. Joe! Joe!"
I mean, let's be fair. Either of
Of
these
the
men fell down at this point, they just immediately turned to dust.
Yeah, maybe. Help! I've fallen and I can't rebut.
Oh God, really?
Biden shouted during a test run of the new podiums, as he was both unable to stand back up or respond to Sanders in any kind of coherent manner. Also, who is the current president, and who are all these little Oompa Loompas dancing around me in this mushroom forest? Filibberdoodle!
Flipperdoodle.
Flibberdoodle! The fuck?
You ain't black.
Flipperdoodle. Oh, by the way, yeah. Did you guys see that? I know Rimshee did because I showed it to him before the show. Obviously, Scooter did too.
Fuck you, Jables.
No, Joe Biden was being interviewed by Charlemagne the God remotely, and they were closing out the show, and Charlemagne was like, yeah, next time in New York, we should meet up because we have a lot more questions for you. And then Joe Biden just said, "Well, if you have more questions for me because you're having a hard time choosing between me or Trump, then you ain't black." Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total black dude. He wasn't black.
Later on during the test run, Biden brought up Sanders' three houses in a rare
All
moment
blacks are Democrats. Don't you know
of lucidity, and a panicked Sanders smacked the button rather than actually address the fact that he's a very rich socialist.
that?
As a contingency plan, the DNC is also preparing a pair of hospital beds the candidates could be transferred to. Mr. Bacon? Wow. Do you want to take the next one, sir?
What's the next one?
I posted it in the live show.
Yep, I'll take this. Klan member suddenly opposed to wearing shitty homemade masks. Des Moines, Iowa, which it's Iowa. This is probably the most interesting that's happened to them all year. Local Klan member and conservative activist David Mount has changed his views on wearing masks in public following recent stay-at-home orders and suggested safe social guidelines. Hell, us boys love a hand-sewn mask as much as anyone. My mother makes them for all of us, and I find that can be a great way to show people right off the bat how passionate and patriotic you are, said Mount. But when these libtards were asleep at the wheel, they let China create this virus, and then they let us we gotta wear masks and shelter in place. That's when the real patriots buckle down, put on their classiest mag extensions, and start demonstrating. Wake up! Mount's mother, Eustace Fisher, who confirmed she may have put together some robes for cross-burning ceremonies, expressed pride in her son's ideology, albeit tinged with concerns about her son's devil-may quarantine attitude. Davy's always been willing to stand up for what's right, and that's fulfilling for any parent. But in my day, you always listened to the doctors as long as they were white. You used to be able to trust the Chinese ones too.
What the fuck?
Remarked Miss Fisher as she completed a pastoral needlepoint embroidery scene. It used to be, if I'm going to die, I'll die with my hood on with Davy, but now it's, I'd rather die free than wear one of those New World Order masks. I just something figures it out. Local lobbyist Brian Greene complained that such ideological shifts may represent a considerable victory for a unified conservative movement. How do you get the Klan to turn against the cloth face coverings? Simple. You show them that their lifestyle is at stake, said Greene, absent-mindedly fidgeting with an iPhone in his salmon-colored pants pocket. Americans from all walks of life are tired of being coddled by a dishonest nanny state. This isn't about a mask or a hood. This is about the freedom to go outside against the medical order and expose thousands of people to a completely preventable disease. And guns, somehow. At press time, conservative protesters placed a temporary hold on celebrating law enforcement above human life. All right, then.
Oh, yep, this one's the one you want, Jables. I can already tell.
What, Florida?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like we're rushing through these now. I don't like it. Florida ruled to be in violation of science for not having more people die. Tallahassee, Florida. While many governors followed science and shut down their states early and still have stay-at-home orders in place, Florida kept its beaches open through spring break and has already begun its reopening plans. Science says Florida should have seen skyrocketing deaths from COVID-19, but instead, Florida, despite its large elderly population, has not seen anywhere near the number of problems faced by states like New York and New Jersey. This has been ruled to be in complete defiance of science. We had good science telling us Florida should have seen massive deaths, said far right-wing conservative Washington Post columnist Jennifer Rubin. And now Florida is undermining our trust in science by not dying. We cannot tolerate this. More Floridians need to die for science. California governor and science believer Gavin Newsom agreed. Ron DeSantis is a witch. Burn him, Newsom said about Florida governor. Experts widely believe DeSantis used something anti-science like black magic to violate what science said should be true. There is now a movement by science-believing Democrats to actively try to infect Floridians to try to get their death count to match projections. Democrats have also called for DeSantis to be put in some sort of science prison, a cage made using force fields or lasers or other science things. Though it is unknown if that would be able to imprison him, considering his Floridian black magic.
This from the same state. Oh God, what was her name? As Crystal Metheny.
Also the same state as Casey Anthony.
Oof.
Goodness.
Yeah, she runs a daycare now. Did you know that?
Who?
Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, she's no Alana
I'm
Bobbitt,
joking.
so
I'm joking. She doesn't actually run a daycare.
I was assuming.
Larry, she wasn't low-key hot. She was just hot.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh. Abandoned can of cream of celery soup. Knew you ungrateful motherfuckers would come crawling back someday. Lexington, Kentucky. The long-forgotten can of Campbell's cream of celery soup in the back of a local kitchen cupboard knew the day would arrive when the ungrateful motherfuckers like yourself would overlook it, would come crawling back. Newly appreciated sources confirmed. Well, well, well. Look who's suddenly not too good to enjoy a... How did you put it? An inedible blob of shit, said the can. I've been waiting for this day for a long time, and if you think you're just gonna waltz in here like nothing happened, you got another thing coming, tough guy. Yeah, you got another thing coming. Ugh. I'm not that box of orange jello you grabbed out of here last week. I have some self-respect. The can, which somehow does not expire until 2034, avowed to never let anyone take it for granted ever again. Now that it knows its own worth. Listen, I'm not an unreasonable can. I can forgive, but I will never forget. I'm willing to give those two another shot, but things are going to be different this time. That's for damn sure, the soup stated. First off, my contents will absolutely not be plopped into some plastic bowl and microwaved. Stovetop or get the fuck out. Also, I'm done playing second fiddle. I need to feel appreciated so they can forget about pouring me over some wilted green beans in some sad-ass attempt at a casserole and start hollowing out a loaf of fresh baked motherfucking sourdough to pour me into ASAP. Because Mama's got an appointment with everyone's Instagram feed later tonight, and she better have her own hashtag. The can's
Can I get a Harry Potter's forehead Z-snap?
The can's owners, Courtney and Molly Thomas, announced their plans for it. I think Port brought that thing home from her mom's house with a bunch of leftovers like 5 years ago. Said, backpedaling piece of shit, Molly Thomas too. I don't know why anyone would ever think to make this flavor or food. Low sodium? I'll probably just donate it to the homeless or something. With the soup slated to be used, a long expired box of stuffing and a halfway empty bag of stale marshmallows in the pantry are currently wording how they plan to tell off their consumers too. Okay.
Sweet. Or can. What is this? Wet Hot American Summer?
Yeah, no shit.
What stupidity. I love it. Oh shit, I didn't even notice the cream of celery. I thought it was the turn can in front of us for some reason. It's not the one hidden behind the... God, I don't even know what that is. The
That's a
Otogi?
Kroger brand cream of celery.
Behind the pistachios in front of the measuring cup.
I just looked at it like, oh, shit, that's Kroger brand. I do a lot of my grocery shopping at Kroger.
Interesting. Alright. Who wants
A
this?
lot of people do. They just don't know it's Kroger.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like if you live out in California, for example, like Ralph is owned by Kroger.
Uh-huh.
Fred Meyer, that's owned by Kroger.
Anyway, what do we
Alright. I don't know. Do you want to take this one?
Which
Oh,
one?
oops. It's sorry, I didn't post all the articles beforehand. There's a lot of them. I figured we'd skip some.
All right. Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah, just pick one at this point. Just stay away from the Patriot Act. I want that one.
Okay. Patriot's got a patriot. I get it. Report. Children's puzzle actually pretty challenging after 11th beer. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Quarantined father Chris Dickey is struggling with his son's 33-piece jigsaw puzzle after drinking almost an entire 12-pack of beer by himself, according to concerned and slightly ashamed sources in the Denny household.
Lightweight.
Huh?
Lightweight.
This tricky fucker, Denny slurred, staring intently at a jumble of unsorted puzzle pieces of peanut shells while stroking his unkempt beard. Must be for them gifted and talented little bastards. You want to do a dumb puzzle nowadays? You gotta know coding or be a hacker or something. I got this one quarter finished. I think maybe the pieces are just sticking together because I feel Heineken all over them.
Oh, even drinking Heineken. No, definitely lightweight. Fuck you. Fuck you, Denny.
36-year-old father turned to his son's puzzle out of desperate boredom, already exhausting nearly all Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu content during the quarantine. That puzzle is meant for ages 3 to 6. Confided Allison, Denny, Chris's distressed wife. I get the anxiety and disruption of the quarantine is getting to him, but this is making me question a lot of my own choices. Even for a very drunk person, this is a terrible showing. Look, he's passing pieces that don't go together until they sort of fit, and I'm pretty sure he thinks it's supposed to be Van Gogh's Starry Night, but it's just a minion riding a surfboard. Even Chris's son, 4-year-old Lucas Denny, was disappointed by his father's pathetic performance, as Chris has reportedly been working on the puzzle for hours with little progress to show for it. This is utterly pitiful, the child remarked, while lining up his action figures for an epic battle. He didn't even start by doing all the edge pieces first. I lost a lot of respect for my father tonight. This is even worse than the floppy, uninspired work he did yesterday in my frozen coloring book. I truly hope I get most of my cognitive ability from my mother. If not, I'm screwed. As of press time, Chris finally gave up on the puzzle and was last seen nodding and smiling while reading a copy of Goodnight Moon, held upside down.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, real quick. Crab. It has nothing to do with being a beer snob. I'm saying Heineken is low in alcohol content. I'm calling him a lightweight. I'm not judging his taste in beer, which I
Oh my
could,
god.
but I'm
Speaking of
drinking Rolling
Heineken,
Rock right now, so I'm not even gonna fucking do that.
we fucking sell the non-alcoholic version of Heineken in the fridge
Heineken
at our
Zero.
store. And like you would not believe how many people like get a 6-pack of that out of the fucking cooler only to get to the counter and realize that it's not actually beer and then get pissed off and leave.
Yeah. I'd like to try it. I heard it's not bad.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should just switch. I should just switch to non-alcoholic beer.
Well, Heineken's not an American beer, Y2K.
Yeah. Heineken's German.
I thought it was from Holland.
It's European.
Whatever,
That's
same
all that
thing.
matters.
Yeah. What Y2K and W? You do know the Northwest, like where I'm at, is like the craft beer capital of the world right now, right?
Yeah, because people
I hate when
literally have
people shit
nothing
on it.
better to do.
Yeah, I hate when people shit on American beer. It's annoying as fuck.
It's like there's good
Yeah,
American
Budweiser is
beer, you're
garbage.
just not looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like no Australians drink Foster's, but everybody thinks of Foster's as an Australian.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Y2K.
Two Buzz Killingtons? You're the Buzz
You're gonna
Killington.
You're gonna have to fucking qualify.
You're the one that brought it up, you fucking cunt. You fucking piece of shit. Fucking leave. If you don't like it, just fucking go. I don't care. I don't need the viewers. I kind of need the viewers, so maybe you should stay. But I forgot Twitch's terms of service. I haven't read them in a while. Can I say cunt?
A little late now.
Yeah, that's why I said it a second time.
Too late. Remember that money we were planning on getting someday? No.
Okay, Rimshee's up again.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take that Patriot one.
Go for it.
Hopping forward to that one.
Yeah. Updated Patriot Act finally legalizes 80% of current FBI operations. In a 59-37 vote that reauthorized provisions from the 2001 legislation and added several new measures, Congress reportedly passed an updated Patriot Act Wednesday that finally legalized 80% of current FBI operations. The newly upheld Patriot Act augments current surveillance practices by expanding into several areas where the FBI was already operating. Says Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, adding that the GOP-led Senate struck down an amendment that prohibited warrantless searches of Americans' internet browsing history in order to give U.S. intelligence agencies the legal latitude to do whatever they have already been doing for years. The original Patriot Act took a huge step in giving legal protection to a lot of traditional FBI tactics that had been illegal up until then. This is important.
Oh,
Huh?
can we hold on for a second?
Uh-huh.
I forgot that the Onion does this. This is all real. They're just putting a funny spin on it.
Yeah. And while we're taking this brief pause, like, is it just me, or does Mitch McConnell look like he should be like carving really creepy puppets out of wood in a shop in Vienna somewhere?
No,
Oh,
no.
he's a turtle.
Yeah, he looks more like he should be retracting into his shell.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Master of Disguise
Oh, god damn it.
with Dana Carvey?
Not one
Oh.
of his better works.
Turtle. No, it's not. But looks like the makeup for that turtle character that he did.
Kind of.
All right, where was I?
Hey, Rimshee. You were at
The original Patriot Act took huge steps in giving legal protection to a lot of. I read that.
the men and women of the FBI.
This is an important next step in authorizing the vast majority of illegal FBI operations on the internet, the same way we did with searching on telephones. The men and women of the FBI are just trying to do their jobs, yet have had to operate under conditions where they collect private information and search Americans' private data while fearing for their careers. Good. These long overdue reforms should increase the FBI's productivity, since agents won't have to waste so much time covering their trails or dealing with the occasional lawsuit. Finally, the restrictive measures of previous internet-related legislation will no longer be the circumvented law of the land. McConnell, God damn it.
McGonagall.
McConnell.
Has somebody been reading or watching Harry Potter lately?
No, most of what I've been reading has been a series called the Spellmonger series.
Oh yeah. Which makes you think of Harry Potter. I get it.
Oh, come on. A wizard who's just using his business to get poontang? I don't remember that happening in fucking Harry Potter. At least not overtly. Finally, the restrictive measures of previous internet-related legislation will no longer be the circumvented law of the land. McConnell is.
Now he's not going to be able to stop fucking thinking about it.
McConnell expressed hope that the remaining 20% of FBI operations not legalized through the expanded Patriot Act would be addressed in an upcoming bill. Yeah, that's basically entirely true.
Yeah, they just put a funny spin on it, but that's totally real.
Yeah. Totally depressingly real.
Wipe your browser history.
All right, since we're jumping around, I want to do the Quentin Tarantino one.
All right. I'm going to start looking for my next one.
Go for it.
All right. Quentin Tarantino getting sick of filming his own feet. Hollywood, California. Celebrated filmmaker Quentin Tarantino is not handling social isolation well and is allegedly getting very sick of having to film his own feet during the coronavirus lockdown. He was calling or starting Zoom meetings with me 9 or 10 times a day, talking really fast about how to best light his feet in the living room or showing off the many black suits and ties he sewed for his feet to wear. said friend and
What?
collaborator Robert Rodriguez. After a week or so, he stopped, and I'm very relieved. I'm having my own quarantine issues. There's only so many Mexican standoffs I can have with my wife and kids before there's no one left to hold the camera. Tarantino vented his frustrations in an interview of Takashi Miike's film Audition for the new Beverly Cinema website. Even with my encyclopedic film knowledge and boundless imagination, at the end of the day, it's the same 2 feet, the same 10 toes, and no amount of greasy 70s funk or popping blood squibs is going to change that. All right? He wrote before pondering if these could be his last days as a director. Maybe I've lost my passion. Yesterday, I carved a bunch of swastikas in my feet and felt nothing. Besides excruciating pain. Anyway, Takashi Miike is a guy you'd let murder your own mother, okay? Word of Tarantino's petty desperation. Oh, come on. For those of you that can't see, they spelt it P-E-D-I. Word of Tarantino's petty desperation has made the rounds in Hollywood, with several young actresses parading around his property with hopes of landing a role in his next film. I come by 3 or 4 times a day in stylish peekaboo pumps, or my sliders, and sometimes I'll walk on my hands so I can be sure he sees my feet over his fence. I'm not the only actress either. Imogen Poots shows up quite often, said actress Sophie Turner. While standing in Tarantino's driveway in direct view of his Ring doorbell, oh, look who's coming now. May Hawk, and she's wearing fucking Birkenstocks. Assuming her feet look anything like her mother's, she's pretty much a shoo-in. Fuck her. More recently, an unhinged Tarantino spent several hours in avid recreating movie scenes from last year's Best Picture nominees using only images from WikiFeet. I forgot WikiFeet was a thing.
Wiki feet is a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just move on before that settles out.
I'd make jokes about I need to go find this site, but let's be honest. We need to send this site to Hannah.
No, I've seen famous people. They just like live stream them looking themselves up on WikiFeet, and they're like, "When the fuck have my feet ever been on camera?" And then they just find all these pictures of their feet being on camera. It's like, shit. Oh, Larry. Okay. Have a good night, man.
See you, Larry. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, we
Gonna
love
miss
you.
you, man.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Do you have one picked out?
I think I'm gonna go for the musical death.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't go for Quarantine Gimps.
The
I
dead
could do
bandmate?
it. Yeah.
I had to check. Go for it.
Don't know why you would want me to go for the gimp, seeing as how you get so fucking uncomfortable anymore, Jables.
Okay, Scooter.
Fucker. Dead bandmate on floor making sweet new album cover. Brooklyn, New York. Up-and-coming black metal band Desolate Slaughter are hurriedly shooting album art tonight after their bassist Rob Moore died mid-rehearsal. Sources still waiting to call 911 confirmed. Yeah, he was pale, sweaty, and coughing, but he's always kind of like that, you know? Said Ling's singer Alex Lord Borthnagar Warren, posing on the floor in the rehearsal room next to the body. I thought it was weird they didn't come out for a smoke with us, and when we came back, he was spread eagle on the floor by the kit. Obviously, my first thought was, oh fuck, did he damage any of my gear? But then I thought, holy shit, we gotta get pics of this as soon as possible for our new record. Photographers are fighting for the opportunity to come and do the shoot. This is the kind of break every band photographer dreams of, man. I spent years taking shots of dead animals for local bands, disemboweled stuff against winter backgrounds, the usual stuff. But when I came in and saw Rob on the floor, I almost cried at how fucking hardcore he looked, said photographer and friend of the band, Leona Nikolai. I knew Rob, and I don't want to presume, but I think dying of a virus and hitting his head on the kid on the way down is how he would have wanted to go. Not everyone at the shared rehearsal space is happy about the fanfare. This is easily the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And 911 won't do shit, said singer Liz Lovett of indie band Egghead Unthinkable. First off, they've gone way over time, 2 hours slot my ass. Secondly, they're dragging this body around to pose and getting blood absolutely everywhere. No way am I paying full price to use that room afterwards. Local EMS workers called to the scene couldn't provide an ambulance as bases are considered a non-essential service. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, shit,
I
am I
mean,
alone in here?
yeah, you are. I don't know why Jables is muted.
Hmm.
Fucking weird shit, man. Oh, check the
Interesting.
live show chat, by the way, on the Discord.
Yeah, I thought.
Okay. Oh. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's
For
see.
anybody who'd be interested in potentially being on the show here in about 5 minutes, hop into the waiting room and we might start pulling people in.
And if you don't know, if you don't know what server or what, goddamn fucking English, this link goes to the fucking Discord.
Quick thing, so I
Wow,
don't have to explain.
How could you butcher that? Jesus Christ. I didn't even hear everything that you just said, but I was taking a piss and I could just feel you fucking butchering the shit out of that promo.
What promo?
For people to join in.
It was Scooter who was doing most of it. I just shared the link and butchered that small section.
I know. I felt it. I had to come back. I stopped mid pee just to tell you.
You're such a fucking liar.
I know. I finished my piss.
It only takes a minute to finish. You weren't gone for less than 30 seconds. So, by default, you're wrong. And it's not like you're wearing pants. We know it's not like you got a zipper to zip up.
That is fair.
All right.
Way to fuck up. That's what she said.
We should do that bit next week.
Oh, I don't know why people watch us.
I mean, sometimes people just need a way to feel better about themselves.
Well, we're the show for that.
Anyway, Jables, what are you going to read next?
Skyrider.
Ah, good choice.
Go for it.
Okay, you got it. Skyrider forced to make ends meet with chemtrails gig. Dallas. Local small aircraft pilot Skippy Barnes is supplementing his skywriting income with a clandestine government-backed chemical spraying side gig. High-level sources demanding anonymity confirmed.
Good job, Jables.
That's a hard word. There's a lot of ums and ums.
Anonymity. Fuck you.
Yeah, even the fucking dyslexic managed to do it on the first try. What's your excuse, Jables?
I'm dumb.
Well, we fucking knew that.
Then you shouldn't ask.
Just wanted to say it out loud.
I thought writing "Happy Birthday" in the sky with airplane smoke was a recession-proof job, said Barnes, but it turns out it's one of the first things to go during a crisis. Thankfully, nefarious government plots never go out of style, and as a small business owner, I know when to pivot. A couple boys who've been keeping UFOs a secret hooked me up with the gig. I may be sterilizing the general public, but at least I'm still flying, and it beats delivering Grubhub.
Y2K in the chat.
I'm gonna see if I can
Well, I
find
don't know. It
a.
depends. Are you paying per letter because you're missing one there?
Chemtrails. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep going.
Yep.
For those watching from the ground, Barnes's job transition has been less than smooth. I hired him to skywrite my marriage proposal about a week after lockdown, but he got his tanks mixed up and accidentally wrote "Marry Me, Sue" in liquid strontium, said client Paul Bistern. Oh. She said yes, but changed her mind a few days later when her hair started falling out. I should have gotten the message last year when she said no to my Jumbotron proposal. That was an embarrassing night. Mark Cuban laughed at me. You just
I've actually
can't.
seen one of those happen. It was fucking bad.
Yeah. That's just
Yeah.
you don't do something like that unless you know it's what she is interested in, and that she will say yes.
It actually happened in a Toronto Raptors game.
Yeah. Like Rimshee, you could have gotten away with something like that with Miss Rimshee.
Yeah, but it's not what she would have wanted.
But it's more like she's holding you hostage, so like I totally get it. You totally could have gotten away with it. I'm joking, Miss Rimshee, if you hear this.
Oh, she doesn't listen anymore because it's really weird to hear my voice coming from this room, and then like 10 to 15 seconds later, you hear the exact same thing come out of her speakers.
CIA Director Gina Haspel explained that chemtrails operations have spiked in the months since public health and economic crises began. It's been a real boon on our end, Haspel said. With so many commercial pilots looking for work and everyone else stuck inside not watching the skies, we've been able to hit our weather modification quota 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Looks like hurricane season is coming early this year, and since everyone actually that's super fucked up because the hurricanes projected for this year are fucking crazy.
Yeah. At the very least, it's going to be an active season, and some are predicting potentially extremely active.
Yeah. And since everyone is watching the same exact crap on television, it's even easier to program hidden messages into Netflix shows to keep people in line. We really should have thought of this earlier. Barnes was last seen seeding a cloud with sun-blocking agents while walking on the wing of his plane.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. I don't know. I'm just reading the news to you.
I'm gonna fly through the air and walk on my plane's wing.
Here, let's pull these people in.
People.
Howdy, people.
And Dina immediately moots herself.
I mean, would you want to be associated with this shit?
No.
Why? Then
Fuck
why do you constantly
Skull.
ask
No
to
one
come
asked
on,
your
Skull?
opinion.
Because so I can only prove Sir wrong.
The fuck did you just say to me?
I just want to prove you wrong, that I'm better. I'm better than you think I am.
Now call him daddy.
Hell no.
Scoot.
Fuck you, Jables. Just because you have a sexual inferiority complex around me doesn't mean that you had to abuse my fucking name. Asshole.
Wait, what?
I don't like I'm just calling you by your real name, that's all.
Bullshit! You've told me why you're doing this.
Wait, that's your real name?
Yeah,
His real name is Scooter.
You don't like calling me sir because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, because I don't like formalities. It feels weird.
Formalities
No,
or
because
formaldehyde?
you're under the assumption that I'm getting off on it. And that
I'm
weirds
getting
you out.
up, I'm
because you're a
getting up to you.
Shut up, Skull.
Ooh, was gonna spank him.
Come on, put him over your knee and spank him like a true dad would.
Jables? Don't make me take off my belt.
Thought
Rimshee-
that was Addie's job.
Don't question me,
Hey,
motherfucker.
I used the fucking paddle on Addie's skull.
Oh, okay.
Let's not get confused here.
Now we're getting spicy.
He fucking left that paddle here, by the way. Little shit.
Do you flog yourself at night?
Self-flagellation. All
I'll
right,
take that as a yes. Okay.
let's move on
Moving
to
on.
another one.
Son of a bitch.
All right, we're moving on to this
If I
one.
ever fucking make it out to Seattle, you will call me sir, motherfucker. I'll make
Thank
damn
you.
sure of it.
Oh,
Please don't come to the East Coast.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
Report.
There'll be high fives and hugs, Good.
God damn, I want to get away from the thought of Jables being spanked.
Sorry, you're stuck with that image now.
Nope, because I cannot think.
I mean, we already knew that, but
Well, it's a
thanks for
skill you
confirming, I
learn.
guess.
It's a skill you learn in the military, and it's very useful.
I mean, really, wouldn't it just depend on who's spanking Jables?
Maybe.
I'd prefer nobody spank me.
I mean, were you volunteering, Dina?
Oh, sure, I'll give Jables a spanking.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, you
whoa,
still have to
whoa.
post a picture to demonstrate to Skull what it takes to get our attention. You know, that low cut.
That would get attention, right? I'm pretty
That would get
Kelly
attention.
would get attention dressed that way.
Yeah, but you have to show him what he has to wear. That way he knows.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, gotta make him into one of those classy prostitutes, not a common slut.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Only the best for Scully.
It's an escort at that point, Scooter.
One of these days, James.
One of these
You know
days.
what? Let's talk about discipline.
Please don't.
Report.
Yeah, let's do that.
Report. Only LSD teen will be doing this weekend is learning some discipline.
Oh shit.
Northport, New York. 17-year-old Alex Powell's LSD stash was flushed down the toilet moments ago and will be replaced with a weekend full of learning some discipline, according to his extremely pissed off father. I can't believe you tried something like that under my roof, Frank Powell. Alex's father was overheard shouting while standing outside his closed bedroom door. This isn't Animal House, and your mother and I aren't Cheech and Chong, so you can just forget about using drugs in this house. In fact, the only bad trip you'll be taking is to drop off Nana's medicine. How's that for a meme, Mr. TikTok? That actually sounds like exactly what a dad would say.
Yeah.
That's why I love the hard times. They nail it on point every time.
Totally bored by quarantine, Alex had hoped to liven up his weekend by spending a night alone tripping in his room. Sadly, his plan to Zoom chat with his friends and watch Planet Earth was ruined when his mother found his acid stash while dusting his nightstand. Why would you leave it out on your nightstand?
No, it's probably
Left
in the
it.
drawer, but she searched it.
She searched it.
Probably. This
Like
is
that.
such bullshit, complained Alex, rolling his eyes and putting a pillow over his head to block out. Wait, what?
Just kid again?
Is Alex a boy or a girl? Alex rolling his eyes and putting a pillow over his head to block out her father's word.
Huh?
I'm assuming Alex is a
The hard
boy
times
and they
is
screwed up
binary.
here. What the hell,
The
hard
is
times?
very progressive. Yeah, you know, I just gave you praise. I'm taking that praise back, hard times.
Yep. Fucked it up.
Usually,
You have
well,
to redeem
they
yourself.
still, in
You have
all the
like 5
times,
more articles from you.
to be fair, of all the times we've read a Hard Times article, this is the first editorial mistake we've seen. So they're already light years ahead of the mainstream.
That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Point.
He keeps ranting about getting caught smoking a cigarette when he was 13 and how his dad taught him a valuable lesson by forcing him to smoke the whole pack in one sitting. On top of the extra chores, he wants to do whatever the hallucinogenic version of that is to me, but everything he knows about drugs is from 1977. So I have to spend an entire night straight at a lava lamp, or staring at a lava lamp, and listening to rare Grateful Dead bootlegs.
Can't say it's not a bad choice of music.
No, the rare Grateful Dead bootlegs, you don't want those.
Yeah.
You
Despite Mr.
want
Powell's
the
zealous
efficient shit.
Despite Mr. Powell's zealous anti-drug stance, Alex is not the first of his kids to undermine his authority by getting high in the house. I feel pretty bad for my brother, said Brandy Powell, Alex's 22-year-old sister. He's going to be under crazy supervision and stuck doing chores for months. And the quarantine definitely doesn't help the situation. This might be even worse than the time Dad caught me ripping a bone and told me that the only THC allowed in
Bong.
our house was tradition, homework, and
Bong.
Christ.
Bong, not bone.
Yeah, bong. Still,
You're
THC.
worse than M. Night Shyamalan's adaptation of The Last Airbender.
Oh. I know it took him all night to think of that. At press time, Mr. Powell's lengthy tirade outside his son's bedroom door was growing increasingly incoherent, as he admonished him that LSD doesn't go on trees. What?
Oh, Lord.
What the
So-
fuck?
I was going to, I thought, read an article about rescuing Gimp, but it's not actually a fucking article. It's a fucking audio piece. So fuck that. Thanks for nothing, Onion.
Oh, it is an audio piece. Damn it. Okay. Sorry.
Oh.
So instead, we're going to talk about family problems and deadbeat dads.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh shit! I gotta find it now.
It's not like some of us have to deal with that more often.
I'm really fucking up Dad's plan to abandon.
Yeah, I know.
Gimp.
I just had to find it because shit's all over the place now.
We got it?
Yep.
Our family problems.
Alright. Lockdown really fucking up Dad's plan to abandon family. Bakersfield, California. Local dad Craig Harper admitted today that the lockdown set in place to stop the spread of COVID-19 was really fucking up his plans to walk out on his wife and kids and never look back. My wife is on my case about every little thing, like how I sleep all day, don't help the kids with their schoolwork, and how I'm dependent on alcohol. Whatever the fuck that means. Harper. I know this pandemic is hard on everyone, but it's particularly hard on men like me who wish they could build a time machine, go back to when they were 24 and tell their younger selves to keep pursuing a jet ski career. I can't wait for things to be normal so I can just get in my truck and drive away from all of this. The temporary shelter-in-place lockdown has left some 40 million Californians under strict orders to practice social distancing and quarantine themselves at home, making it increasingly difficult for Harper to pack up a few things and never come back. I had it all planned out. I'd been selling some things, and I was going to throw some stuff in a bag and just split. Maybe give him one of those heading to the store lines and hit the road like my old man did, said the father of 3 and husband of 17 years. Shit, I can't even lie and say I got called in to cover for someone at the warehouse anymore because we're closed down. I wish I'd left when I had the chance. Experts indicate the quarantine is expected to last for several more months, forcing negligent fathers to become more creative in their attempts to start over. Just stepping out for a pack of smokes won't cut it anymore. At the very minimum, these men will have to pretend to show symptoms of the virus, drive to the hospital, and fake their own death, said family and behavioral health counselor Katie Willis. And we're seeing this phenomenon across the board. Everything from run-of-the-mill deadbeat dads and absent fathers to loving fathers who just want some peace and quiet for a little bit until this whole thing blows over. At this point, the way things are looking now, you may be lucky to leave your wife and kids in time to ruin Christmas. At press time, Harper's wife admitted the quarantine has already delayed her plans to file for divorce, while their teenage son reports he has to postpone running away because of the lockdown.
Yeah, I can't hitchhike during lockdown. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. What about all those hippies?
Still feel bad for guys who are in hotels.
What?
What?
They're fun.
There's
Yeah,
still
they'll be
hookers
alright.
out there. I
These
Uh.
these women married like that should just like go hunt. I know about your plan. Here's an idea. You can fuck off all you want. Just pay me this for life insurance policy, and you'll pay for your fucking debt. Anyway, but that would defeat the purpose of being a deadbeat dad, wouldn't it? Never mind.
Yeah.
I overthink shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. No,
Nah, I'm done.
horrible.
That was the end of that article.
Yeah, that was the end of the article. Yeah.
Should we do one of my articles?
It's like making me mad to the point
No,
where I'm like,
no, we're not reading one of your fucking articles.
oh,
Yeah, we today's a special day. We're done with all the bullshit. You need a day off from like real news. That's why we're doing this. In case yeah, sorry, I didn't explain that at the top of the show.
Yeah. In case anyone wasn't aware now, Most of this has been fucking satire.
All of this has been satire.
Except the
Except for the
first two.
very first article that we did.
The
And
second
that
article
onion
wasn't
piece,
satire
We didn't,
either.
but that wasn't even an article that we did. I just explained the situation and why I was frustrated about it.
Okay, I
And-
catched on the second one, but I thought some, maybe two, were real.
The first
Nah,
I
none
two
of
don't
these-
know how
were
to help you, Skull.
the first two
I
were
honestly
real,
don't.
but
Okay.
Well, as we say, like the Onion article, while written in a funny manner, is depressingly real as well.
Yeah. It's a legit article. Like, they didn't say anything that wasn't true throughout that. They just put a funny twist on it. And then, well, I don't know. Which ones do you think, Skull, which ones do you think were real?
Huh?
which ones did you think
Which
were
ones
real?
do you think were real?
The Onion one and the first one.
The Patriot Act?
The first
And which first
talking
one?
about Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
That one's real.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we explained that was real.
Yeah. We didn't do the article. I just explained what was happening and my problems with it. Yeah, so yeah, Skull, you nailed it.
Cool.
The exact one is technically real.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
How I knew the rest weren't real was just based on where it's from.
Speaking of Joe Rogan podcasts and whatnot,
I know where this is going.
Rimshee, you picking up what I'm putting down?
No.
Man, car.
NASCAR?
Black metal.
No, man sits in a car.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I'll put it on the fucking screen then!
Black metal out of all of that.
How?
Cause your audio got all fucked up.
Not on my
Man
end.
sits in car.
I heard him just fine.
Man sits in car parked in driveway for 10 hours. Catch up on podcast.
As you do.
Elgin, Illinois. Local graphic designer all over Boone sat in his parked car for approximately 10 hours yesterday, catching up on podcasts he usually listens to on his commute. Weirded out, neighbors confirmed. Before all of this, I had an hour and a half commute downtown every single day. And then I'd do it all again in the afternoon, said Boone on one of his few bathroom breaks. I could typically burn through My Favorite Murder and Stuff You Should Know just on a Monday. But now I'm like 3 episodes behind on Pod Save America, and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I just have to hope and pray 30 for 30 doesn't drop a new season anytime soon, or I'm completely fucked. Boone's wife, Cheryl, doesn't understand why Oliver had to retreat to his car to catch up. I told him he could put it on the Google speaker in the living room, but he said that was too impersonal, said Miss Boone while rewatching the first 2 seasons of Killing Eve. I bought him some really nice wireless headphones so he could listen to them on the treadmill, but he said it just wasn't the same. Then he went to the garage, back to the car into the driveway, and sat there for all of yesterday's daylight hours. He just stares off into space. Occasionally, I see him laugh, and it's very off-putting. The podcast community has felt the impact of quarantine as well. Boone is a hero. Our listening number are way down. Our listening numbers. Fuck you, hard times. Get your shit back together. Get your shit
Come on,
back
you're
together.
fucking
Hard
slacking.
Times. Our
That's
listening
2 for
numbers.
2,000.
Oh no! Not only did they wrote number and they wrote hour instead of numbers are.
So disappointed right now.
That's a double typo in the same sentence. Our listening numbers are way down. Our Casper mattress promo code hasn't been used in weeks, and no one has tweeted our catchphrase, Mississippi Flippy. That means since I can't remember when, said Ollie Greer, host of Podman Out. I have a whole box of shirts printed with the inside joke, All Hail the Queef Queen, just sitting in my living room. We need to get America back to work so they can enjoy podcasts again in real time. Otherwise, I might have to shut down one of my 8 podcasts. Oliver plans to catch up on every Planet Money podcast before going inside to inaccurately recap them to his wife.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
Words.
Words?
What was that, Skull?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Why would you have a bunch of shirts just say queef?
No, it says All Hail the Queef Queen.
Yeah, but
It was a joke, Skull.
I know, but I know what is queefing?
Oh my god.
Okay.
We are not explaining this.
Sometimes when a man loves a woman,
Oh my
Very
they
God.
love each other
hard.
very much,
Jesus.
Oh, never mind.
and their cock.
Never mind.
Sometimes an air pocket gets formed in there, and it goes a little like.
Why
You
is
have,
happening?
Scully, you cannot make that noise after asking.
You brought this upon all of us.
Exactly. Scully, go sit in a corner right now.
Tiffany Haddish can queef on command.
Oh my God.
What about that one exercise trainer who was doing the exercises on a video and spread the legs, bring them together, queef. Just keep going like nothing happened.
I don't know. I'm not aware of that one.
Yeah.
It's kind of old.
Okay. Well,
I think we're all thoroughly embarrassed now.
Yeah.
oh, I'm
You
not.
guys
I'm not
embarrassed?
embarrassed.
Of course you're not. You don't have any shame anymore.
I'm not
I've had
embarrassed
shame
either.
for a while.
I'm not
Well, no,
embarrassed
I
either,
haven't had
but
shame online for a long time.
I've been trying to understand this weird ass bikini where the front has the top with both of Trump's eyes and the bottom front has Trump's mouth and then the back is just Trump's face.
Wait, what?
Trying to understand.
Share.
Go to general in the lesser
Yeah.
saints.
What a general part. That's
Y2K
so bizarre.
posted it.
Okay.
Fucking weird.
I don't want to see it anymore.
Don't look.
You know you have control over what you see by not going to that position.
It's hard.
It really?
I mean, maybe somebody gets hard to it.
I doubt it.
To be fair, for comedic value, Y2K and W should have posted it at this point. But
That just rip that band-aid off immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a thing of misery loves company.
wait, did you say Mystery Loves Company?
Misery.
You want to play Clue? Is that what you're getting? at?
Misery loves my company.
Sergeant Mustard?
Starship Mustard? What?
Flu, dude.
Yeah. Sergeant Mustard.
No, Colonel Mustard.
God damn it. Not mustard.
Mustard.
Did you not say mustard?
No.
Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Colonel and fucking Professor Plum and all that other fun shit.
Did you guys ever see the Clue movie?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Tim Curry was in it.
I know, but
There's a lot of weight going on that Rubik's Cube.
I just have some really, really bad nitpicks about Clue.
Nitpicks or nip picks?
Nip.
Probably both.
Nip
Nip.
picks. I didn't
heard it's
realize you had
really
any nip
expensive for
picks,
that.
Skull.
Yeah, it's knit with a T.
Yes.
We're just killing time at this point.
No, we got a couple more articles, but I think Nick is on.
Nick is supposed to be getting ready.
No, Nick should be live now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it come up yet.
You know, Christopher Lloyd is like one.
What?
Yes.
Wow, internet. Right now.
1972. Yeah, it's like what?
Oh, God.
It's like 97.
Anyway,
What?
who gives a shit? She's still funnier than
Okay.
you.
She's awesome.
Okay, everybody,
Calm your tits.
calm the fuck down. We're rating it right now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for I don't know, whatever you've done. I'm gonna just next week for 30 p.m. Standard Time. 30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be here same time next week, is what he's saying. Even at the internet's fucking up hella hard. But we're rating now! Bye, everybody!